because I knew God would be faithful. You know, and so if my spiritual underpinning was like not the real, I didn't want to know. You know, because I was determined, hey, I can't die here. I got to come out of here. So, and I said, I did affirmations. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You know, and thus I'm loving, I'm beautiful, I'm strong.
It just sounds like it would be rather difficult to stay the course.
It is.
You know.
It is. But I didn't have anything else to do.
This is true.
That was my job.
This is true.
24/7. That was my gig to do that. You know. Yeah, that was times. My family used to come to see me when they would leave. In fact, my brother and my sister used to fly in sometimes about Florida, right? They live in Chicago. So sometimes they come down 2 times, maybe 3 times a month. One time they had been there. Probably 3 times. I told my brother, hey man, I really love you, and I appreciate what you're doing, but save that money, because every time y'all leave here, I feel like dying, because I mean, here I am, and there you go, I don't, the anguish and the pain, I don't get into, because whatever you dwell on increases, I think, and it's there, I know it's there, and I write about it sometimes, and I don't allow myself to, become overly attached to it, because I like to feel good, so it really makes me feel bad. Yes, ma'am.
So, by you saying that you felt like dying when they were leaving, did you preferably not really like visits as well as letters? Did you prefer mainly just to have letters more so than visits, since it was a psychologically
No, I wanted visits, just I didn't want to visit so much. I wanted to take some of that money and energy and stuff and put it on getting me out of there. One of the things that sustained me was the mail that I got. And that's so important. Like, I used to believe like Amnesty International, they asked me to write letters, post like that. And back in the day before I was friends, that's so much different than it. Jail don't give a damn. But, first of all, I used to get stacks of mail like this. Some days I couldn't read it all. I would read as much as I could. They'd bring it around dinner times, probably about 5 in the evening. And I would have dinner and I'd read, and then I'd go to bed. I'd get up and I'd read the rest of it in the morning, because it just be so much. And the guards used to tease me, And also they treated me almost deferentially. I used to wonder, what's going on here, But there were 2 things happening. Number one is I treated them with respect. Like some of the guys, because the guys are angry, right? So they would throw waste smack on them, talk about their mamas and all kinds of stuff. And just mean stuff. Often without cause, but just because they were mad. And then sometimes you have cause. But as you know, if you act ugly, then probably people will act ugly towards you, And so I never did, but I didn't piss up either, if they were out of order. I would tell them if I thought they were out of order. So they were joking and said, Tibbs, we got to put on somebody else just to bring you your mail, And they called me Mr. Tibbs, but I thought it was a joke. I mean, really. But they did. And they had their name tags on, so I called them Mr. Brown, Mr. Santiago, It was tripped out. You would have thought that I wasn't in jail. But I think it all had to do with how I was related to them. And once they came through and they said that they wanted us to stand, when they came through to take the count, they wanted us to stand in front of the door. And sometimes you just wouldn't be feeling it, because I said, hey, man, I'm not standing. I said, can't you look in the cell and see it? If you can't, then expletive, I won't tell you what I said to him. Because I'm not in the army, I'm not going to stand at this every time you come out. I'm not going to stand at attention when you come out. So he said, oh, well, that's what the warden said, Tibbs. He goes on down the tier. And I started packing my stuff up, because I figured it was going to take me in the hole. So he came up, I said, what are you doing? I said, I'm packing my expletives, because I know that you guys. He said, oh man, he said, no, don't worry about it. And that was the last step. I'm not standing at the gate. Nobody else I was standing on the corner of the bed. Well, but they had, that's when they coming from they strip search are going and coming from what they euphemistically call the visitors park. It wasn't a park at all, the room about from those pictures over there, and there were tables and stuff like that. And now I understand when they take the guys to their chain. At the time when I was there, they didn't do that. Because they hadn't killed by so many people, and I guess people were not as desperate then as they are now. But on the way back, we had to change from our visiting room clothes to our regular blue there. And they would, you know, they would literally look up in your private parts of your body. So I asked him, I said, excuse me. I know he thought I was crazy, so I want to ask him, so what is it? You got to keep mine. I said, don't you get tired of looking up grown men's expertise all day? And he paused. He didn't like it one bit, but I didn't give him an expertise whether he liked it or not, right? And he said, well, before I got this job, I was working in a foundry. I said, I see another dirty job for you. So, okay. I mean, I like his answer, you know, I'm going on about my business, but I had to say something. Right? You know, my dignity was assaulted, but my dignity was assaulted when they slammed the door. Go ahead. Something else?
The treatment, for the most part, what would you say to that? As far as the response from the workers dealing with the gears?
I can hear you.
How would you say your treatment was overall? I mean, I know it wasn't